As human beings, we are created for love, created to be loved and to love. So, what is the best definition of love? In this video, I will give you the 6 essential elements that make up the best definition of love. Stick around. You will be surprised by the divine answers. Hi, I'm Chip from Divine Answers, and I hope this video helps you on your journey to learn about love. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button at the end of this video. This is the first in a series of videos on the subject of love. The goal is to help us love better. In our culture, we are surrounded by a lot of great ideas and insights on love. By the end of this video, you will see that almost all those ideas and insights will fall under one or more aspects of this definition. So when someone asks you the question, what is love? You won't just have a nice insight or an interesting idea to talk about. You will have a great definition of love to start the conversation. The subsequent videos in this series answer questions like, is love a decision or a feeling? Is love a choice or an emotion? And I've provided a link to them at the end of this video. But today, it is all about what is the best definition of love. So let's get started. My journey to know and to begin to understand what love is began over 20 years ago. And this became a passion of mine. As I worked through tons of ideas and opinions about love, a definition began to come together in bits and pieces. The first thing that grabbed my attention was the idea of wanting what is best for someone. I figured that wanting had to be a part of love, and in fact, it had to be a foundational element, because if I don't want what is best for someone, where would I go from there? Apathy, which is the lack of concern for another person, is one of the opposites of love. So the definition started out as love is wanting what is best for someone. These became the first 3 foundational elements of the definition. The wanting is number 1. What is best, because if we are talking about loving perfectly, which we are, then anything less than the best won't be true love. And the third one, for someone. There has to be someone to receive our love. This sounded pretty good, but when I ran that definition through the filter of my lived experiences, it seemed incomplete. I can want and even deeply desire what is best for someone, but what does that accomplish? Just a simple example. If I know someone who needs food or clothing, and I wanted them to have those things, but I did nothing about it, could I really claim that I loved them or even truly cared? Will the intensity of my want or desire feed or clothe them? No. So there has to be some action involved in loving someone. I have to do something. So the next element added to the definition was doing, and became love is wanting and doing what is best for someone. This was better, but the someone element just didn't sound right. I don't have an explanation why, it just didn't sound right to me. So I changed someone to the beloved. So now, love is wanting and doing what is best for the beloved. That sounded better. The definition stayed this way for several years until one day, while giving a talk, there was some confusion, and it became apparent to me that using the term beloved in the definition of love wasn't right. You can't use the word you are trying to define in the definition of the word that you're trying to define, if that makes sense. So the beloved was changed to the other person. This change actually did 2 things I did not expect for the definition and my understanding of love. First, it made it clear that the other person is not always going to be the beloved or even someone I have an emotional connection to at all. After all, we can do great acts of love for one another just because it's the right thing to do. We can even do great acts of love for people we don't even like. The additional change also clarified who the definition was directed towards: the other person. Love is others-centered, not self-centered. Now, I'm not saying we are to be doormats for others to walk all over. I am saying that in healthy relationships, each person needs to strive to put the other person first. So at that point, the definition was: love is wanting and doing what is best for the other person. But it still felt like something was missing. And as I reflected on the definition and my own personal experiences, another thought came to mind. How do I know what is the best thing to do for the other person? Occasionally, I have an inspiration about what to do, but those are pretty rare. I recognized that the vast majority of the time, I needed to learn what was the best thing to do. Simply wanting what I do to be the best thing for the other person isn't going to make it the best thing. It was at this point, learning was inserted into the definition. And at the same time, another question popped into my head. When does love end? Never. True love never ends. The best example I can think of is a mother's love for her child. When does a mother ever stop truly loving her child? Never. So the final two elements of the definition fell into place. And as it stands right now, the definition is: love is wanting, learning, and doing what is best for the other person at all times. This definition has changed my life. I try to live it every day, and I fail in some way every day. But when I look back over this 20+ year journey and I remember the man I was and who I have become, I thank God for helping me to love better. It is my hope and prayer that this definition can help each of us to love better as well. Thank you, and may God bless you. In my next video, I will go a little deeper into the understanding of this definition. I've provided a link to all the videos in this series, as well as a link to the one answering the questions about: is love a decision? Is love a feeling, a choice, or an emotion? That one has a surprise at the end that I didn't even expect. And please hit the subscribe button below or on the screen, and know that I deeply value your thoughts and questions on this and any of the videos. It helps me tremendously, especially the criticisms. I've also included the 6 elements of the definition in the description below as well, and the text of the definition itself. May the peace of God be with you.